Hey everybody, it's Chris with LSObsession, and I just wanted to film a little intro video to show you what we're about. See this little black sensor down there? That cost me an ungodly amount of money. Last year, the truck was stock frame, no roll cage, stock bottom end 5.3, Gen 3. Now, we will be putting a K-member in it, manual rack and pinion, coilovers with long travel. We recently did the engine plate and mid plate this winter. As well as put an aluminum 404 stroker in it in the fall. This is a Turbo 400 with a 1-2 leave hipster valve body. PST drive shaft, Ford 9-inch. We just did the More Race Chassis 850 cage a few months ago, and it fits amazing. Right now it's on a stock rear suspension with Caltrax, which sort of work. But we have plans to change that in the future too. For now, she's just raggedy, but we kind of like it that way. We'll be going to twin 78s this year instead of a single 78. And the goal with this truck is to do something in the 5s, because it's only ever done 7s. That was on a street tire, allegedly on the street. But we want to go fast, so this is what you got to do, I guess. Just to clarify on the K-member, there is one company that makes them for this truck. However, we'll be making it. We just want to be 100% certain with the aftermarket control arms, aftermarket spindles, that all the geometry is perfect. We don't want bump steer. We're assuming we're going to have more than enough travel. And we want to learn and teach you guys something at the same time. So we'll show you how we do it, and maybe you can do it too. So this is an Elevated Concepts coilover tower kit for an OBS Chevy truck. It comes in a bunch of pieces that you have to assemble and weld, except for these. I already bent these. Now, because you have to weld these, you need to prep them good, make them shiny. I prefer to TIG weld, and you can't TIG weld over mill scale. So after you get your ECI inner support brackets bent, you can basically start fitting up your parts. They're already pre-slotted. I take the towers. Actually, I'll take one tower, run a bolt through it, and then I have 6 1/4-inch chassis tabs laying around to make an 1.5 inch gap for coilovers. And I'll bolt it all together, and that'll hold it tight while it's welded. Then you can pop it in the slots. Stick in the support brackets. Then I'll tighten up this bolt once everything fits good. Verify you don't have any ginormous gaps, and we're ready to tack it. Alright, so we're going to tack these up, verify fitment one more time, and then we'll fully weld them. I'll be welding at 150 amps, manual pulse, ER70S-2, filler wire, the same stuff we use for the roll cage. Alright, just 4 simple tacks that hold the uprights together. Then we'll tack in these inner braces next. If you choose to TIG weld this, you'll have to use a bigger cup because you'll need at least a 1/2 inch of stick out to get on the inside of these. Alright, I got a tack on either side and a tack at the bottom, so when I weld it, it won't be moving around. Then we'll tack the other side and finish weld this other one. Alright, now that this one's tacked, we'll put it off to the side and we'll finish welding this one. Alright, so the reason for swapping workpieces is to try and limit the amount of heat input you put in to each weld. If you go and fully weld everything on one side, it's going to want to pull and warp, and not good things are going to happen. So typically you want to weld, you know, maybe 1 inch on the bottom. You can do 1 inch on either side. Go to the other side, do the same thing. And then you can set this one off to the side, bring the next one in, and keep doing that until both are fully welded. And this is 3/16 it looks like, which is still fairly beefy, but if you're not careful, you can definitely put too much heat into it, which is why I'm manually pulsing. Alright, so I got these coilover towers fully welded. I decided to perimeter weld everything on the outside, and I kind of just stitched the bottom there and hit the corners. I'm not too concerned. This filler wire is pretty strong. It's plenty enough on the one side, especially if you got decent penetration. These things ended up fitting pretty good together. I'm not sure that I'd recommend TIG welding them unless you got a bunch of time and argon to burn, but they do look a lot better when you TIG them versus MIG them. We'll be installing these shortly. We're waiting for a couple pretty sweet parts to come in, and then I'll show you guys this and how they fit up with everything else. So basically my main goal with posting some of this stuff, or starting to post some of this stuff, is I find myself on YouTube for hours on end looking for stuff that doesn't exist. There's very few people in the world trying to make OBS trucks go fast. There are a couple, and there's not many companies that make stuff for these trucks either. Elevated Concepts has some parts. There's another company that sells these. I mean, there's a roll cage for these trucks. Suspension's lacking, but we have something in the works for that. So basically, I just want to show you guys the stuff that you can't find easily. It's not a Fox Body Mustang where you can go buy parts from 15 different websites. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, my goal is to show you some stuff that you might not have seen, so maybe you can do it yourself, or if you have questions, you can figure it out, so you don't end up like me, spending way too much time finding stuff that doesn't exist. Alright, so now that we've done a quick and dirty introduction to this truck, I just wanted to reiterate, all we're trying to do is shine some light on the OBS trucks and show you guys that you can do all the same stuff by yourself at home. We're going to be posting from here on out everything that I do to this truck. We're not secretive. We don't care. We just want people to go fast. Plus, it's pretty baller to beat Hellcats and all that other crap on the road in a ratty old OBS. So keep following along, I guess.